Two dudes before do.
Dots.
Welcome to Two Dudes Before Do, the episode where we, doing random stuff, talk about what we do during the week, which is kind of getting hard for us because this is the third recording session we've had in 5 days.
Yeah, we're doing extra because I'm going to be having a child. Well, I mean, I'm not.
Can you tell?
I'm not having a child exactly. My wife's going to be having a kid, and she's going to need help in January. So I'm like, we should get as much as we can in now.
So we don't have to worry about it.
That way, this time January, I'm not over here filming for hours on end. I'm at home helping her as soon as I get off work. So this is the long way. Stretch your side all the way to the wall. This top here. This side. There you go.
Oh, is your dot on there?
No, I'm just. That's the long way that I would have done, so it's probably on the bottom. Yeah, it's this side. So, but like I was saying, I'm gonna be home with her. Maybe during the month of January, if we do some extra, we may do some guest appearances, like some people that we know that you guys would enjoy.
Trying to find out where it's at.
The hole's right there. You're right.
That?
That'll be the hole.
It's gonna be kind of hard to get back onto the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Might get kind of hard to get back on that. So these holes are super small.
You just go through them. And then you push.
Oh!
Mm-hmm. I took them out.
Okay.
I'm so short.
Well, we'll hammer that in there at the time or something.
Here. It just goes through that.
Yeah.
Bigger hole, I think. Towards the tip.
Tippy top.
Tippity top. Doesn't have to be super tight, just gotta be up perfect.
Oh! Yep, that's I was like, you should probably go like screw that in, not screw, but nail it in or something.
Well, I think what happened there, the nail's still in. It actually came off.
Oh.
Alright, guys. Spinning chair.
Yep. Josh gets to live dangerous. I have the on the whole the other part, so you don't gotta worry about it per se.
So you don't exactly have to worry about it, but you should still worry about it.
Always, you know. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob.
There we go. Woohoo! I go down.
Something doesn't seem right.
What'd you do?
I give you this like that.
There you go. Oh, did I nail it the wrong side?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. It'll be fine.
Gotcha.
Not me so much as the chair. Okay.
Hey, you almost hit the roof.
Sad thing is, you would.
Oh, I did it so fast it's not even funny. So yep, this is what we do supposedly every Monday. But this happened every Monday, Tuesday, and now Friday. Friday. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect.
No, as long as it's covering the top in the video, which it is. So.
Just so you guys can't see the
tree.
The tree, because you know,
For us, technically still Christmas here.
It is
in your video land.
It could be February for all we know.
Yeah, you're like, I don't need to be seeing Christmas tree. You guys are slowly lame. On the other videos, that is.
Yeah, I moved it so it wouldn't be catching the light on the actual light.
I see. Yeah. It's just kind of a backdrop for now. Maybe one of these days I'll buy a green sheet.
Ooh, a green sheet. We going fancy.
Watch out. You know, and I'll actually screw in like hooks.
Oh yes,
we'll actually use grommets and crap. Yeah.
That would be nicer.
Yeah, and then you could actually put crap behind it. Yep. But so what I was saying before.
Where are my hats?
There's one down here.
Oh, it's my flash hat. Nice. Short roof, man. Showed everything.
You think I'd be used to that? What I was saying before I what's the word I want to use?
I don't know.
Before we started recording, is that I was talking to William about the episodes he's in.
Yes.
Which, if you guys are watching this, you already know the episodes, so it's not like I'm giving away anything.
But just in case, spoilers.
Yeah. If you're like, I haven't watched all you guys' back shows, well, you might want to stop the recording now and go to December because we had a special guest. His name was William. And you might want to watch those videos before you watch this one because I'm going to be giving away some spoilers. Especially if you're like, well, I don't even want to know the subject till I click into it.
I mean, fully honest, we know the subject. We have no idea what we said.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. So I'm talking to William. I'm like, so this is what we're going to do. If you're still here and you're watching, then it's your fault. We've warned you.
I don't think we warned him yet.
Here's a warning. Don't watch this. There's spoilers on one of the videos in the past.
Probably episode 21 or 22 of the Two Dudes Would Do podcast. And it will be listed, Worst Christmas Tragedies.
Okay. So that you can go back and watch that. Anyways, so I'm talking to William, and I was like, here's what we're going to do when you're here. We're going to be going over how we met in one episode.
Yep, that's going to be fun. Trust me, our story is quite fun.
Yeah.
Not much between... Because I was talking to Will's, a little bit spoiler here. Spoiler.
They already know the spoilers.
Exactly, so I can talk about this.
They're already...
He doesn't really remember how he met you.
How he met me?
Yeah, he doesn't really remember.
I remember how I met him.
Ah, okay, that's good enough.
Because I met him before he actually came to our church.
Ah.
Yeah, I met him at my Uncle Gary's church. That's where Lee started going again.
Oh, okay.
Lee started going back to church with Dila at my Uncle Gary's church. And that's where I met him one Sunday. And then when we absorbed their church, they came over with it.
Yeah.
And that's when I started seeing him again.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. I want to put exactly
because
the interchange here.
How I met Josh is pretty lame because literally I met him because he was dating my sister.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason. So our story is not very unique.
So I said, haha, good man. Study up on your history on how we all met and then your favorite Christmas tradition. So how we all met is the Two Dudes Before Do.
Yeah.
Are just normal discussion warming up like this. And then favorite Christmas tradition, either his or someone's you know of. Like mine, I have a tradition that I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to spoil it for you because you don't know it. I want you to
I don't know yet.
And then he's like, okay, good to know because he wanted to know what we were going to talk about anyways.
Of course, I would too.
I said more details as we figured it out. He said, awesome. And then literally the next day after I talked to you, because I didn't want to do this one without your permission because, this is kind of a dual-minded podcast. So I was like, also research your favorite Christmas tragedy in history. He said, gotcha.
Yeah.
And then on my text messages, which I think you were a part of.
Yeah.
So you kind of know, but... No, actually... It wasn't. He must have called him. Oh, I was talking to him on my headset.
That's right.
He was like, so what exactly do you mean by Christmas tragedy? Do you mean like Christmas trees catching on fire in people's houses?
It's pretty tragic.
I'm like, well, that would really suck because your whole house would burn down and all the Christmas presents and now you're out for Christmas. I go, but it's mostly your Christmas tragedy. Like, it's not so much like one that you think is a problem. I go, like, history of Christmas tragedies. Like, I'm doing a top 10, which you guys know I picked 2 of the top 10, which is what I told him. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be doing them, and one of them's on a guy, a man. Right now I have very little research in, so I just know kind of the baseline of the story.
I have done no research yet.
The guy, literally, on, I think it was Christmas Eve, he sends his son to the market to get something, and while he sends the son to get the market, he goes in, gets his shotgun, kills his wife, his 2 daughters, and then bludgeons their baby to death with the end of it, then goes out to the forest and shoots himself. No explanation as far as that little storyline goes. So I have to do more research on it, obviously, because that, like, just that little bit right there is like, well, that's a tragedy, but why?
At least the son lived.
Yeah, that's the problem, too, because he came home and saw it all.
Yeah.
And then on top, now there's a little bit more. On top of all that, his brother, the guy who shot, the dad's brother, opened up the house again after they cleared it from the investigation and everything, opened it up and started selling tickets for people to go in and see where all these people were murdered.
That's horrible.
Because he got the house.
That's horribly beautiful.
Horribly beautiful, and there's so many more details, I'm sure.
That's so
that I
wrong.
have to figure out.
But it's that past the wrong. That's not. There's 3 levels of wrong. There's wrong,
which is like, you messed up.
Yeah. Then there's like
internet wrong.
Internet wrong,
which is you see it and it's nasty and it shouldn't have happened, but it's not happening to you. But it's still
maybe there's
wrong.
4 levels. There's 4 levels of wrong.
Yeah.
Then the 3rd level, which this guy made into, is the wrong, but it sounds so hilarious with how he did it. It's wrong.
Yeah.
And then there's like genocidal wrong,
like dictatorship.
Yeah.
Like
Hitler wrong, Stalin wrong. You know what I'm trying to say. Tyrant wrong.
Jose Castro.
Yeah.
Fidel Castro. I said Jose. Jose Castro. Like some guys out there like, what did I do? No, Fidel Castro. Which if you have the last name Castro, you should not be even thinking about naming your son Fidel. Although I think every time there's a Castro and they're having a baby, that guy always is like, we should name him Fidel.
I
think there's always that moment because like even me, if like my last name was Dahmer, I'd be like, should we name him Jeffrey? And then of course that's my kind of humor. Like I'm never gonna do it, but just to see the look on my wife's face would be funny. Like with Ellie, it's like, should we name her Fort? Actually, I said that with Artie. I didn't say it with Ellie because she's a girl. But I was like, with Artie, she's like, what do you want to call him? I'm like, I don't know. Let's call him Joshua Fort Lauderdale. She's all. She gave me that like,
really?
Are you serious? Because like at first she was like, I kind of want to roll with it, but that Fort part is what I think you're messing with me. I was like, I'm joking. She goes, okay. Because I was a little worried. I'm like, no, it's fine. Although that was my nickname at my sophomore or my junior year at
Joshua
Frontier.
Fort Lauderdale?
They called me Fort. Give me a Fort. I'm like, is there? Only one. I mean, one of the coaches did. Yeah. That was it. And the other guys, they just said Lauderdale.
Lame.
But so I was like, that's one of my Christmas tragedies I'm going over. He's like, oh, I'm like, and then the other one is on Christmas Eve. There was an airplane in. I can't remember the town right now. Like France.
Yeah.
And 4 guys boarded the plane with automatic rifles and took it over, and they had like a standoff for like 3 or 4 days. Huh. The cops or something. I was like, so those people's Christmas were screwed.
Yeah.
So that's a tragedy too on its own. So it's like kind of 2 scales, like something your family did to you, and then something that you had no control over. So it's like, that's pretty screwed up. And so those were my 2 Christmas tragedies that I chose. I was like, I'm going to research those.
I have no idea what I'm going to talk about.
There was a train wreck in the 1956 on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Like 80 people were killed or something. It was one of the old locomotives just went off the rails and just... Which, of course, if you know the old rails, on top of the metal railing, it was just wooden boxcars. Yeah. So if it comes off the rails, that thing's just smushing. I was like, you can look it up. There's like a top 10 that one guy did, and they're all pretty nasty. But the ones I picked, I was like, those ones are good.
They're dandy.
Like I gotta look those ones up. The problem is, I think with the father murder, I don't think there's much more information. I'm gonna have to write it down though.
Yeah, just like father went freaking doom on them and killed all of his family except for his son,
who he had sent away before he killed them all. So like he had the knowledge, like I'm just gonna send the boy away. He didn't deserve this.
I'm like, does that mean he was his favorite? Or was it his least favorite and he wanted to traumatize him?
Either it was his favorite and he didn't want to kill him, or it was his least favorite and he wanted to traumatize him, or he was so insignificant in his mind that he was just like, I don't even want to kill you.
Maybe.
Which at that point is like, oh crap.
Or
like legitimately, my dad didn't. Maybe that's too. My dad literally did not care about me enough to even shoot me. It's cold, man. So I'm sure I brought this up when we did the video. So if you guys are like, oh, I heard him say that once already, well, and that's what I say things over and over.
Especially since this is in the future, so this is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yeah. So there's plenty of Christmas
future.
There's plenty of Christmas tragedy out there, brother, for you to look up.
Oh my.
Ow. So, but that's kind of the idea.
Yeah.
And so over the headset, I hear William go, "Oh, okay." He does like, yeah, I got it. I got something good.
Got it, boss.
He's like, I'm gonna look up something good.
That inner soldier in him. Got it, boss.
God, I'm gonna go wreck him. Wreck it to Ralph.
I'm gonna wreck it to Ralph. Oh wow, we haven't said that in a long time.
Oh, I say it every time. I see you guys playing that Mario Smash or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna wreck it to Ralph.
Get ready to wreck it to Ralph, Shae.
I remember I used to say that all the time. I haven't said that. Wow. Memories. Memories.
Crystal colored memories. Also, a Barbara Streisand song. I did not know that.
Huh.
Now I don't want to sing it anymore because I hate her. She's stupid. I'm annoyed by Barbara Streisand.
Barbara.
Barbara, melody, you are the one for me. You know that?
Nope. Josh, I don't listen to
Oh
music,
crap!
man.
What is that? No, it's not. It's off a show.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh dang! What was the It wasn't SpongeBob. It was a cartoon though. Barbara. Oh man, this is killing me. It would come up right now.
Nickelodeon, Network, Disney Channel.
I think it's Disney.
Is their last name Manatee?
Oh, it was actually VeggieTales. Yeah, no, literally, that's our last name, Manatee.
Oh. Well, it's time for silly songs.
Larry. Anyway, so yeah, it's this one, and it takes over part of this. Must have watched it one day in Sunday school or something, and he's watching it with a manatee, by the way. So
Beautiful.
yeah, so yeah,
Huh.
yeah, it's that dun dun dun
Yeah.
dun 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 dun.
This looks like
So yeah,
a newer VeggieTales.
it's actually quite old.
Really? That looks really crisp.
I'm telling you, it's old because of when I saw it. I've been singing that song for 12, 14 years, something like that. That's how VeggieTales has always looked, believe it or not. Even when we were 8, like, that's what they looked like.
Yeah.
When they came out, they did not look bad. They were quite well done.
I have that kind of animation that made him look all smooth.
I don't really want to talk about VeggieTales one day, but I think it's a topic we need to cover.
Dude, I used to watch VeggieTales all the time. I don't remember it much anymore.
No,
I remember Larry
erased
Boy.
part of it. Larry Boy. I just remember that they could do so much stuff and they had no arms.
Nope.
Not one of them had arms. I was like, how do they hold that bowl? It's just floating in front of them. Come on. They don't appear to the laws of physics.
I mean, they're talking vegetables, to be fair.
Well, yeah, I mean, so, but still, you know. I mean, I could get over that part because I've seen a lot of weird things like aliens don't exist, but I've seen, well, some people believe aliens don't exist. I mean, but we've seen aliens in videos for a long time,
Yeah.
like talking. So it's like, okay, if they can make an alien, like I guess vegetables can talk too. I mean, look, just recently they started making food items really talk, like in the movie Sausage Party. So I mean, every one of those items talked. So I was like, you know, toys talked when I was a kid. It just kind of all made sense. But what didn't make sense was there's no arms, but yet there's a bowl floating in front of them, and they're walking with it, and they're hopping.
Yeah.
Like, okay, they can hold things with their arms, but they can't walk normal.
Do you know how weird it would be just to see a vegetable float?
Well, it wouldn't be a float. It would be like.
I mean, I think some did
No,
that.
it makes sense. Don't get me wrong. Like the hopping made more sense than floating, but like at the same time, they have no arms, but they're holding bowls. So I mean, honestly,
I kind of wish.
like they get dressed with no arms. Like, come on.
I mean, a lot of them don't really get.
Larry had a hairbrush. Like he doesn't even have hair. He's a cucumber.
Where is my hairbrush?
How did this turn into a debate about VeggieTale logic?
Because you freaking manatees.
Manatee, Barbara Streisand. Memories. You sang it. You started it. You started this trail. You know, memories. I'm like, memories. No, I'm not going back down the trail.
I just said the derby memories, and then you're like memories.
Crystal color. Yeah.
It was all you, man. It was all you.
You brought up a different memory, and then it transpired down into Barbara Manatee because Barbara Streisand, and then off we went. That's kind of how half these podcasts go. We're on topic, and all of a sudden, we're down over here.
To be fair, though, this is a non-topic podcast.
This one is a non-topic, but even during our topic podcast, we're like, okay, this is the podcast that we're talking. It's like left turn. We took it.
By the way, I'm gonna show you guys what the thinking process is here when we're trying to decide videos.
Yeah.
Especially on these surprise visits. Like, he texted me, like, hey, you do anything today?
I said, what are you doing right now?
I'm like,
what you doing?
Nothing. He's like, I'm coming over. I'm like, is your wife all right with this? He's like, she's coming too. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like, we gotta bulk up here because literally January is gonna.
So I'm gonna show you the secret way how we make videos. So Josh, you know what we should do? Record today because we have no idea what we're recording today. We should do part 4 for zombies.
Well, yeah, I figured that that's what actually we were gonna do.
We'll probably do part 4 for zombies.
Okay, hold on. Random topic generator.
Ooh!
There's a Google one.
This is gonna be spicy.
Random question conversation topics. What? It's an actual conversation starter. If you give one piece of advice to the whole world, what would it be? No. Would you rather have a grapefruit-sized head or a head the size of a watermelon? So small or big? It's alright.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything fun this weekend? I think there's someone actually holding this, going, I need to talk to this girl. Random topic. What's one weird thing about you? They're like, okay, creepo.
Alright. Let's see if does the
Ooh, if you were a waiter and had a rude customer, what would you do?
I mean, if it's my job, I'd deal
We've
with
already
it.
talked about restaurants though, one time.
I mean, if it's my job, I would deal with it and try to be as nice as possible.
What did you do last weekend? What did you do last weekend? We didn't do anything, did we?
No, that was
You came over Friday night.
yeah, and then Saturday we just kind of like. Ugh.
Yeah. I mean, I had stuff I had to do, but.
I mean, also I didn't get on the games.
Have you met any famous people? I have not. Well,
I mean, okay, if you want to include YouTubers,
yeah, I'm cool with that.
are you including real life or online?
What? Like met them on? Like no, you can. Online's fine by me.
All right, then I've talked to both Guns for Hires and Meatwagon. Ta-da!
I actually got to I didn't actually ever talk to them or technically meet him, but I saw the guy from Hannah Montana, the brother.
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
him at Six Flags. So I mean, that's the closest I've ever been to meeting someone famous.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
Yeah, it was really weird. If you guys don't know, You Always Win, it was back, I think, Modern Warfare 3. I had a friend that we met that actually knew all of them, and they actually got us into an actual lobby, like, in party, talking with each other before playing Search and Destroy for like 3 hours. It was amazing. Let's see if this gives us any topics.
This is a speech topic.
Do you have any topics?
Credit card abuse.
According to Wikipedia, the kookaburra is found in Australia. It's the largest kingfisher bird in the world, but it prefers
Talk
frogs
about
and
the
snakes
chupacabra.
to fish.
Largest port in a country of your choice. No. Extinction. Ooh, we could talk about the zombie apocalypse.
More zombies.
Oatmeal. Shopping bag fees, which I absolutely hate.
Here's a poem narrated
Ooh,
by
a poem.
Natasha Lee Lewis.
Actually, kind of do
Caterpillar.
like it.
By Christina Rossetti. Brown and furry, caterpillar in a hurry.
It's Caterpillar, don't worry.
Take your walk to the shady leaf or
Brown and furry.
stalk or whatnot, which may be the chosen spot. No toad spy you, hovering bird of prey pass by you. Spin and die, to live again, a butterfly.
Don't like that at all.
And then they have emojis. Ooh, let's see. Interesting fact.
According to thedailybeast.com, that the first female mayor in the United States was elected in Argonia, Kansas in 1887.
Oh, how about that?
Who knew?
Go Kansas.
One more. Another one.
Wikipedia says that a female rabbit is called a doe and a male rabbit is called a buck, just like with deer. But a baby rabbit is called a kitten.
See, here's the thing that catches us up on a lot of topics, especially on like Nights Tonight. I have a general knowledge of a lot of things, but at the same time, it's not the same general knowledge that Shae possesses. They don't intertwine very often. I mean, they do on several things. They really connect well. Like,
Yeah.
we talk about Call of Duty, we really know what we're talking about.
We try to, at least.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I say we know what we're talking about, we've played most of the Call of Duties.
Yeah.
I played more of the older ones. He's played the newer ones, and together we mesh well. But things like JFK, I have a decent amount of knowledge, whereas Shae just doesn't.
We need more slugs!
Yeah.
The president, he needs more slugs!
He hasn't done much research into JFK. The Chupacabra, I've looked into a little bit here and there. I have a little bit of knowledge. Again, Shae, literally hardly any.
I mean,
Shae knows a lot about computers. I know a finite amount. Like, I know what it needs to happen to turn it on. I know how to do certain things, but not the same.
Button.
Yeah, not the same
Yeah,
as him.
when he came over here, I started making the two dudes doing games logo, or two dudes. Well, I mean, we're trying to make a new name for it because after we started saying it more and more, we were like, yeah, I don't really like it. So I think we decided we're gonna switch to two dudes with playing
with games.
with games. Is it with games?
TDWG.
TDWG.
Yeah, I mean, it looks alright, and I mean, when William gets a hold, we're gonna let him have some input on it.
Yeah, I've
Because
always.
he usually has really good ideas for names and stuff.
I mean, he
but-
did name the Legion of Dolphins.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like,
Is that something?
no, it's fine. So it's like it's one of those things where we're like, we really want to do this, but we don't want to mess up the name.
Yeah, because I kind of like the idea that all of our shows have 4 letters for an acronym.
Yeah. So what he was mentioning though is he was working on a logo that we can put up on the picture instead of just having a still frame of a,
Like
whatever.
the Lightly Food episode that went out.
The very first Lightly Food.
Or the
episode.
second one, because I don't have a logo for it yet. And honestly,
It's already out, so.
it's already out in 2. I don't know what it's going to be. Because, 2 dudes with do was pretty easy. 2 dudes with playing games.
Oh, you mean this recent one that you just came out with?
No logo. It's not a 2
Oh, you
dudes.
didn't put a logo?
No, we don't have a Lightly Food logo. Now, what I could do, this is an idea. I had the idea. We take 2 actual body shots of us, okay? Like, we don't black them out, okay? Take 2 body shots, like, no, hear me out.
These bodies weren't made for picture.
I know, right?
If you can see, because I'm like slightly out from behind the desk, it's like, ooh, that was a nice deep one. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Anyways,
That was impressive. But I have, like, imagine us 2, like, standing there, and then we have a piece of, like, food, and it's called Lightly Food, so the food goes up, and we're at the bottom. Or we can do the opposite way on a scale.
huh?
Like,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. I put, like, lightly on one side and food on the other, or whatever. Like, actually where the food's at.
I like that. No, that sounds a good idea.
It was just a random idea,
Yeah. No, that's a good
Because
idea.
obviously I am not a professional at doing doing
But
pictures.
that's what we're getting at. That he was able to do some things. I was like, oh, how'd you do that? Oh, what are you doing there? Like, I didn't know that's how you did that.
Mhm.
And it just, like, after he said it, I was like, oh, exactly, that's how you do it. But the original thought he came up with, I did not have at first.
I have generally made all the logos except for the 2 dudes with do. He's on he asked him, what do you want? And I would do my best.
Yeah. I had the idea for the 2 dudes with do, and he came up with the actual concept.
Yep.
When now we have another guy who's looking at that concept, coming up with something brand
And
new.
he'll
for
do
us.
so much better.
Yeah, he will.
And honestly, at this point, we might already have the new logo at this point.
Yeah, he may already have it. I don't know.
I haven't
how
talked to
busy
him.
he is. He hasn't messaged me yet, but he may
Yeah.
be super busy right now. Who
Yeah.
knows?
I talked to his brother last night, but his brother is doing other stuff.
So, and then I know a lot about cooking. Like, I know how to cook things, and Shae does not cook.
No.
Like, microwave meals.
I can do that.
And, he's good at meatballs. Oh, we need to do the meatball chronicles one of these days. We do need to do that. I need to write it all out.
Yeah, dude. Short story short.
We're actually going to make a film of this, I think, though. Like, not us just sitting here talking about it. I
Oh,
think we're
okay. So we'll actually
actually gonna do it.
I guess like how we're gonna try to do your top one. Which eventually we need to do too, probably in the summertime.
Yeah, I have 5 episodes written out all
Yeah.
the way through. We have to film them, and it's just like, we don't have the time.
Don't have the time.
I took, when I was living at the old house, that's when I actually got them all done. Typed them all up. I have them all typed up.
We were both in different houses.
Yeah, I have scripts made. I had the first script sent out to Nolan. I was like, what do you think about this? He's like, I like it. There was a couple things that maybe I would have changed a little bit. He said the ending was a little rushed. I was like, well, that's kind of how they've always been. But it's kind of like, do you have a way to get in the attic?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say on the last episode when I was like, and you're like, what? I'm like, I'll tell you later. I was literally thinking to myself, I wonder if there's somebody up in your attic.
Hey, Paul! Oh, his name's not Paul.
If someone responded, I'd have been out the door.
I would've been so-
I'm out.
I would have been...
Going to get my knife. I'm going.
My house.
Where's the opening?
My rules!
Where's the opening, bro?
It's in the closet behind the tree. I mean, no tree. No tree.
I legitimately got that feeling because I was like, it only happens when we're talking.
Yeah.
And I don't ever hear it otherwise. And then...
Hey, you're getting these podcasts early. Hey, take your ear
You're
off.
not doing any Patreon shout out.
Take off the ear from the roof and just sit back. Wait. You'll get them eventually.
Okay, if there's someone out there, we're not going to call the cops on you. But we just want to know. Can you step on the roof again? I don't know. Maybe he's like, oh crap, they're on me. Like maybe, I don't know.
Okay,
I'm
the
freaked
more
out
impressive
by it.
thing is I'd be impressed with how long he's been living in here.
Oh! Did you see the video?
What?
Oh, I bet you haven't. There's a video online of this family, this guy and this girl. They've been living in this house, right, for like 9 months.
Yeah.
Something like that. Maybe 3 years. I can't remember exactly. Maybe 9 months was the other number. Anyways, at night they would go to bed, and in the morning they'd both leave. And when he came home, he was usually the first one home. he'd see that there was things moved around in the house, like chairs be moved. There'd be food missing, like leftover food that he'd be leaving in the fridge, and he was like complaining to his wife, "Why do you keep eating my stuff?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "I don't eat your stuff." He goes, "You have to. It's gone. I'm not eating it." Am I sleepwalking? He thought maybe that she was sleepwalking.
Yeah.
Like legitimate. He's like, so I'm just gonna. He set up a camera, thought she was sleepwalking. No crap. Okay, the camera's looking on his kitchen, and you can see on the top part of the video, like if you were like, put your hand up on that top. Okay, yeah, right there. Okay, right about there, where my hand is. There's the other side of the room. Like there's like there's a sink here, and then a fridge right about here, right? And it's 3-dimensional, so it's like it's coming at an angle. And no crap, it fast forward for about an hour and a half or something where they were asleep for sure. Yeah. And this woman comes out the vent.
Yes, I've seen this video.
Comes crawling out, steps down, starts eating his food, and then pees in his sink, grabs some water, and goes back up in there during the day. Like when they're walking around.
Yeah.
I was like, turns out she'd been there for like 9 months.
Okay,
I was like, you've gotta be kidding me.
You gotta think it like this, okay? How many times she's come out? What happens if someone randomly woke up?
For 9 months, she did that every night.
That's impressive.
And she wouldn't eat a lot, just a little bit. Yeah. And then when they were gone during the day, she'd grab some more.
Yeah.
Just enough to kind of keep herself alive. And then what they figured out was she hadn't been there. She found a way into the attic from the outside and would come in during the night, get into the attic, and then crawl out of the crawl space, which looked like a vent to me.
Yeah.
It's actually a crawl space. And out and grab her stuff and then go back out. And during the day, she'd be gone. So they'd never hear her during the day when they were awake, moving around. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. No.
Yeah, that reminds me of a story of Paul.
Just saying.
That reminds me of a story of this family and their 2 kids moving to this new house. For them, their new house. And the kids were just playing in their rooms like normal. I believe they were twins. How long is this video so far?
32.
Okay, this will be the last story.
Yeah.
The kids were playing in the room like ever, but they moved their chest, alright? And they find out, no, it wasn't a chest, it was like
a dresser thing.
A dresser cabinet kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they moved it on accident, and their parents thought it was nothing. There was like a little crawl space. The parents didn't look at it; they just thought it was nothing. So they just put something in front of it so the kids wouldn't go there. Obviously, well, the kids got in there. They moved it on accident, and they went in there. There was a staircase going down to their basement, which they didn't know they had. The family didn't know there was a basement. So they go down there, finds out there's a guy that's been living down there somehow and getting out somewhere else. They don't know how he got out, and he's been living in there for like 3 years. He has been living under their kid's room.
That's not right. I mean, that happens a lot.
It happens a lot more than you think it does.
That's creepy. See, that's why when I heard that, and it just only happened the one time, I was like, okay, maybe the house settled. But the same exact sound,
every
3
time.
recordings in a row.
Every time. It happens all the time, too.
Yeah, I'm like,
only when I'm in this room. Only.
Okay, we're going to have to look up in there. I don't want to, but we're going to have to.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to be fully honest with you guys. I wouldn't be surprised if there was an animal living up there. This is where I live.
Yeah, it could be a raccoon, I guess.
A raccoon, a big rat. Ugh.
Either way, it's still better than a person.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be kind of cool if the owl lived up there.
I don't think it would make that much noise. They're very light.
Yeah.
Ah, it's got me all creeped out. Anyways, so that's this episode. I think we're ready to talk. Before we talk, we're going to do that.
Well, I had to move the tree.
I'm going to move it. I'll pick that up by one hand if I have to. I'm going to look up in there because I'm freaked out.
Run, Paul! Run!
Oh, God forbid there be someone up there. Because if he come at me, he's going to die tonight. I'm going to break that dude's neck.
And we'll come back in the next recording like,
I got covered in his bed. We called the cops already.
I don't know why.
That was kind of squeaky.
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but yeah, let me move the filter.
Pop filter gone.
Oh, now you don't do it, huh?
You gonna come out now, Paul?
Really? Now it's not gonna do it, guys. I'm sorry. It's
Do it with one hand.
what I'm doing. Squeak, 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 squeak.
Now I heard another noise back there. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen tonight. Somebody's dying in this house. All right, we're gonna sign off, guys.
Don't tempt me.
For 2 Dudes Would Do, let's
Lightly
go through our sponsors. Nick Acosta!
Woo!
As always promised, we're gonna talk about that chair every time.
It's
So
every time we
gotta do
remember. At least one time per recording.
We've missed one time. One time a recording session.
And we didn't do it for the gaming video.
Yeah, well, we don't talk about it during the game. That's a whole separate thing. So, but for that, and then if you guys follow us, go follow us on Facebook, Instagram,
Twitter.
We
got our Patreon.
Shoot, Twitter
down
may
there.
be getting charged soon because this net neutrality. We may have to drop the Twitter altogether. Who knows?
Well, I know already for sure about net neutrality is that like Washington said they're not gonna do it.
Yeah. Well, you know California, the money grubbers.
Yeah.
So, go follow us on all those. We have a Patreon. Go check it out. The links are in the description as always.
Like always.
If you want to feel that need to help us kill a person named Paul up in the attic, maybe, possibly, who knows? You can give us $10 a month, $5 a month, $1 a month.
Put $20 donation in and we'll have Paul feature in a video. You hear that, Paul?
Paul, they give me $20. I'm bringing you down here and putting you on a video.
Oh gosh dang it, Paul.
Anyways, so yeah, we have a podcast, a Patreon. You can go check that out. Soon we'll be adding an audio podcast that'll be being uploaded so you guys can listen to it even though you don't have your phone open.
So far we have about 5 videos, I think. Well, audios.
Yeah, we're not doing the Saturday audios yet. I don't know if there's a demand for it. We'll put them up. But right now, these are like bonus episodes for the YouTube subscribers. So if you're gonna be on here, go ahead and subscribe to
You
us.
get the 2 dudes
Hit the
before
bell.
dudes and the 2 dudes
Gaming.
yeah, TDWG, 2 dudes with games.
Yeah. So I mean, we're gonna have 4 videos a week.
Sooner or later.
Sooner or later, yeah. Probably not right away, but sooner or later.
Eventually.
So you guys be on the lookout for that.
Eventually I will run out of games. Don't you worry. I will run out of games. And I'm pretty we'll probably have to do is like an actual like let's play series per se.
Yeah.
And
then of course we're gonna be also not only am I gonna be playing PC games, we're also gonna have a game emulator put on the game so that homie here can play the sports games. You know there's only a few sports games anyways.
yeah.
So that'll be fun to watch.
I'm just saying, I'm quite excited for the if Will can't play tonight for the game that we want to play,
Yeah.
I got a second one. Oh, I should have had you brought your controller. I'll tell you after the recording.
Like my PS controller? Okay. So there you go, guys. That was all our information. For 2 Dudes Would Do.
Subscribe, like, comment.
I was saying that.
Oh.
So wasn't important.
I'm sorry. You sound like you were signing off. Well,
I mean, just a second ago I was, but I mean a little bit.
like always, subscribe, the notification bell, like, comment, dislike, like always. And just questions, please.
Want those questions?
At this point,
Keep them rolling.
it might be a little bit too late for the questions because
We're just not. It's gonna be too late for the prize, but we'll always be doing questions. So any questions that come
yeah.
up
If we get more and
pop
more
up
questions, they'll come up more often, probably like once a month.
Yeah, we'll do question and answer episodes.
Everyone likes Q&As.
I love them. I love listening because you can ask any question in the world of us. We're almost forced to answer them.
Almost.
Depending on how many questions we get.
And what we choose or not.
Yeah, so there you go, guys.
I mean, obviously, the earlier, like right now, we asked a question, we almost have to take it.
Yeah.
Like, there's very few I won't say, I'm not doing that.
There'll be very few that would be like, I gotta hide that.
Yeah.
But
Like Paul!
We're coming for you, Paul. For 2 Dudes Would Do.
And Lightly Food.
I'm Josh.
I'm Shae.
How do you do?
I feel like we're gonna be a new friend.